Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emory Hunt, the czar of the playbook, bringing you an AFC Divisional playoff matchup preview between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now let's start with the Ravens on offense. One thing that you have to look at when they're playing each other, this is a physical game. They have to make the linebackers of the Pittsburgh Steelers cover. If Joe Flacco can control the underneath coverage of the Pittsburgh Steelers defense, it's going to go a long way in dictating what they want to do on offense. So they have to make sure they make those outside rushers of the Pittsburgh Steelers play more coverage this week instead of just getting after the quarterback. Also, you have to dictate the tempo. The Ravens have an explosive offense. They can do whatever they want to any football team on any given Sunday. They can run the football with Ray Rice. They can throw the football to one of those many targets that they have. So they have to dictate the tempo, slow down the pace of the game, makes the Pittsburgh Steelers play more coverage as opposed to getting after the quarterback. Now, defensively, when you come into this matchup, consistent pressure against Mike Wallace. You have to get a bump at Mike Wallace. You want to see if he can effectively get off bump man coverage each and every play. That's going to slow down his speed. That's going to give you pressure a half a second more to get to Roethlisberger, and you have to win on first down. That's key. If you put the Steelers in backed up situations, third long, second long situations, that's an advantage to you guys because you guys can get after the quarterback, turn up the heat with that pressure, and cause a lot of problems for Roethlisberger. So you have to make sure you win on first down defensively. That is a key component to beating the Pittsburgh Steelers, especially playing them at home. Now you look at Pittsburgh coming into this game. One thing that the Steelers do well, they can run the football. But you have to go to the passing game and look at the key matchup that's tackle Jonathan Scott versus Terrell Suggs. If Scott could win that battle, he can effectively protect the blind side of Roethlisberger. But it's important for him to win that battle throughout the game because Suggs is a guy that's relentless. He can get after the quarterback. He has cat-like quickness, but big, powerful defensive end size coming off that edge. So Scott can't have any leakage because if Roethlisberger spend more time watching his backside and getting out of the quarterback, he's not looking downfield. So it's important for Scott to make sure he manhandles Suggs, not only in the pass game, but also in the run game. So that's a key matchup you'll want to watch. Another key component, Mendenhall in the passing game. The Ravens are just like the Pittsburgh Steelers as far as their aggressiveness. The way you neutralize that is get those backs out in the backfield. Mendenhall needs to have a big day in the passing game. And you also look at, you want to get Hines Ward involved in the offense early. If you get Ward involved in the offense early, that's going to give these guys one more person to cover. Hines Ward is a guy that can control the middle of the field, just like the tight end, Todd Heap. Therefore, you're going to have more free opportunities to hit Mike Wallace deep down the field. So it's important to get Ward involved in the offensive game plan early in this matchup. Now, defensively, you look at the fact that you always have to locate Todd Heap. Heap becomes Flacco's best target, his favorite target. So you have to make sure you locate Heap on each and every play and take him out the game, neutralize one aspect of their offense by completely shutting down Heap and forcing Flacco to go to the outside. And that's my second point. You got to force Flacco to go to the outside. Flacco would love to tear up the interior part of the defense, make him go to those outside receivers, and you give yourself a chance to win defensively. You have to maintain intensity, guys, throughout the game. Let's go through some position battles. Start with the quarterback position. You have to give the side to the Pittsburgh Steelers because of Roethlisberger's ability to get out the pocket and scramble. Now let's look at the running back position. I'm going to say it's even. Both guys have a talented stable of backs. The Ravens have a lot more depth than the Steelers do, but both guys can run the football real well. Both backs are very, very excellent. Wide receiver position, I have to give the edge to the Baltimore Ravens. You look at the fact that they can go 1 to 3 deep, 2 tight ends that are real well, another rookie tight end that's going to get his dude Pitta. So they have a lot of good talent in the Ravens, on the Ravens side of the football. Offensive line, I say, is about even. Both guys give up a lot of sacks, but they can also dominate in the run game. Defensive line, I'm gonna have to say it's even again. Both defensive lines control the line of scrimmage. The Steelers linebackers wouldn't have as many tackles if it wasn't for that front three. And the Ravens defensive line goes without saying is one of the best in the league. Linebackers, you have to go with the Pittsburgh Steelers. All guys have over 100 tackles, can get to the quarterback as well, and they are effective in coverage. Very aggressive linebacking core. Now you look at the secondary, I'll say it's about even. Both guys have all-pro future Hall of Fame safeties, struggling a little bit at the corner spot with depth, but they can play and they all can tackle. Special teams, I have to give the edge to both teams. They're both even. Both teams has outstanding returners and solid coverage units. It's an even matchup in the special teams aspect. Now the X factor, you look at this matchup, for the Pittsburgh Steelers, it has to be Ben Roethlisberger. His ability to get out the pocket, that's going to be huge. And you look at, for the Baltimore Ravens, is Ed Reed. If he can mirror Roethlisberger, it's going to be a big key for the Ravens in this ball game. I'm going with Baltimore in this game. I like the fact that Baltimore can run the football against anybody. They also can throw the football, if need be, to 3 different targets. They're not more one-sided like the Pittsburgh Steelers are with Mike Wallace. Each wide receiver on the Ravens team can make plays, and I look for Flacco to get as many people involved in the passing game, which is going to loosen up more room to run for Ray Rice. For more NFL previews, visit footballgameplan.com/NFL or visit our YouTube channel at youtube.com/footballgameplan.